Hello and welcome to the video. This is one of a series of videos showing the key features of PhotoPhile, which is a photo management app for the Apple iPad. This video is going to show the details of the filtering function, which is one of the key areas of any photo management application. So to start off with, I'm going to select one of the collections here, which has a decent number of photos to start off with. You can see there it's got just over 1300 to choose from, and there's a couple of sub-collections in there as well, but I'm going to select that one to start with. Now normally what would happen here in the standard Photos app is that you would now have to scroll through page after page after page just trying to find the ones that you were looking for. You can see it's just filling in some of the thumbnails in the background there, which brings in the filtering function. To switch that on, I simply tap Filters at the top of the page, and then I'm going to add the first item that I want to filter on. So there's a lot of different things there that you can apply a filter to. The majority of these are set automatically from any modern digital camera. You don't need to do anything at all. Some of them act on things where you do need to do something to the photo first. So for example, if we have the flags, then you can see there that we can select unflagged, selected or ejected. Those things aren't going to be set by a camera, but they can be set in here in PhotoPhile, or they can be set using Adobe Lightroom or more or less anything else that uses the standard notation for setting these things. To start off with though, I'm going to add something that would be set by everything, which is the camera model. So that's come up straight away with a number of photos that would be selected with each item. So I'm going to select, for example, the 5D Mark III and a Canon 7D. And every time I choose one of these, you can see the top part of the display just refreshes itself in real time. But I want to add something else. You're not just restricted to one. So let's say that I want everything that is taken on one of those two cameras with a particular lens. And in this case, I want everything taken with a macro lens. That one's a macro, that one's a macro. Those two are showing up as macros, although there's nothing actually there. So we have a lot less photos selected now. These ones happen to be all mushrooms. But hopefully you can see that by adding different items here and by selecting the things that you particularly want, you can create a filter very quickly which is as selective or as open as you need it to be. Now you might want to use this filter again, and it does take a little while to set up. And the way to do that, very simply, is to tap on the Save button. So let me put in a name there. Canon Macro. OK. And I'm going to clear that, and that just resets everything to the way it starts off. Now if I slide out the panel on the left, you can see under the collections we have a section called Active Filters, and in there we have the Canon Macro filter, and that's showing, as the filter bar did, that it would return 15 photos. And those are the same ones. If we reopen the Filters panel, then you can see that it's just set those same conditions up. So let's close that again. The other thing that's changed here is that when I tapped the Canon Macro filter, it has automatically selected the All Photos collection. But this is something that you can switch off if you don't like it to work that way. If we come into the settings page, there's one here called Preset Filters Go to Root, and that chooses whether it goes to all photos or stays in the collection that you currently have displayed. So if I switch that off, so now let's choose the catalogue collection again. You can see it's got those there because that filter is set. If I clear that to take us back to the default position, and I select the Canon Macro now, then you can see that it's stayed within the catalogue. So the other things you can do with filters are very simple operations. You can delete it, you can rename it or you can convert it to an uploader, and there will be a separate video detailing what an uploader is and how to use them. So hopefully this has shown the power of the filtering system, how easy it is to use and how quick it is to use. Thank you for watching.